Hi and welcome to Ivy League Analytical English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is August the 13th. We're on page 40 of the magazine, and it turns out that losing touch with nature may make you sick.
我们的中文标题是失去山林的孩子这当然不是英文的标题的直接翻译。
It's funny, the way that man's progress has been presented to us throughout all our childhoods is that man is against nature and man has to control nature. And in the 20th century, because I am a 20th century child, in the 20th century, man has subdued nature. Now we live free of any problems. That's the narrative, which I've always had an issue with. And then it turns out we've left nature far too far behind in our made-up war with nature. And now we're finding out we should have been friends with nature all along.
Yeah. 好，那这个其实大概从工业革命开始之后到从19世纪到20世纪呢，这个整个人类文明的一个潜在的一个想法就是人定胜天那我们要这个控制自然，我们要防治自然带来的灾害然后要利用自然的资源等等的。好，那一直发展到现在21世纪呢，人们才真的慢慢发现到说，其实我们跟自然的关系已经太远了远到对我们人类本身已经产生了伤害。
Well, let's read the article because it has some interesting information about this.
For something that's not actually a recognized medical condition, nature deficit disorder, NDD, has gotten a lot of attention since it was first coined in 2005. Writer Richard Louv, who acknowledges that NDD is mostly a metaphor for a lifestyle lacking in contact with nature, came up with the term in his book Last Child in the Woods, Saving Our Children from Nature Deficit Disorder. Louv explained that children who play outside often are less likely to become ill, stressed, or aggressive compared to those who watch a lot of television and spend most of their free time indoors. Indeed, studies appear to back up that claim by noting that children who spend a significant amount of time outdoors tend to have better mental and physical health. Experts believe that problems such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder can be relieved through contact with nature, whereas they may be worsened by staying inside, watching TV, playing video games, or being glued to a smartphone. What's more, research also suggests that getting a nature fix can help boost the immune system. According to Louv, the effects of NDD can be lessened or even reversed by making sure parents encourage their kids to enjoy playing outdoors as much as they can. However, mothers and fathers shouldn't force their kids to go outside or use it as a type of punishment. Rather, they should lead by example, spending time with them in the park, at the beach, camping, and doing other activities, Louv said. He added that children learn many important and practical skills while interacting with nature, like risk-taking, independence, and decision-making. In turn, this aids in the development of confidence and overall good health.
Gosh, I think about this and I think about the typical parenting technique in Taiwan, and I go, the attitudes towards parenting here is much more about protection than anything else.
Yeah.
But it's also changing in the US. The amount of protection that you're supposed to give your children from when I was a child to children now, the amount of protection has increased drastically. An author who is about my age went and found this out. I think I've told you guys before. When she was young, she was allowed to just go wherever she wanted after school, and she and her friends would cross a bridge over a major river and go and play in a forest. And this is pre-cell phones, so they would literally just be gone, and they would just come home in time for dinner. And now she went back to look at the children in her town. The children in her town now were not even allowed to leave their backyards without permission. And that is a very different level of freedom, autonomy, and learning about yourself. Because there's a lot more you can learn in a forest than you can in your backyard.
Yeah. 好，所以现在现代社会可能我想也许也有治安的关系所以这个父母亲呢，不管美国不管台湾都一样，对小孩都越来越保护那跟我们童年比起来，那当然是不太一样 那我们小时候呢，这个我记得我小学就是自己上学啊，那就坐公车去上学啊。那这个大家都自己坐公车上学，自己走路上学，很少看到爸爸妈妈会来接小孩的啊。但是现在呢，在台湾这个小学放学的时候，你可以看到外面都是来接的这个爸爸妈妈或者爷爷奶奶啊。那当然有的，如果我自己是爸爸妈妈的话，我可能就会想说，哎呀，这个安全呐，这小孩万一不来接，被人家绑走了，kidnap 怎么样啊？怎么办？那像这个 Angel 老师说他小时候呢，那个 generation 呢，他们常常可以离开家啊，然后甚至于过一条大河啊，到这个森林里面去玩，那也没有手机啊，到去玩人就不见了啊。那等到该吃饭的时候，晚饭时间啊，小孩才回家啊，这个父母亲都觉得没什么关系。那小孩可以在森林里面可以学到很多东西，可以玩很多东西啊。但现在呢，这个可能父母亲连这小孩连离开他们的后院都不行啊，因为可能担心出什么事情啊，这个社会人心不古啦，怎么样的？所以这个是社会发展的一个现象啊。但是有没有可能啊？这回到过去，这其实也是大家可以去思考的一个问题。
The irony is that at least in the U.S., the crime rates have fallen enormously since the 70s. And
really?
So the world is actually, the United States is actually technically a safer place. I mean, overall.
Yeah.
And also statistically, that your child will have any kind of problem is really low. But everyone is worried because the news constantly shows us terrible bad news and makes everybody worry. And so it's a little bit like, it has to do with, I've read studies, it has to do with the rise of network news and 24-hour news cycles and news using bad news to capture eyeballs so that they can get advertisers. And so it's kind of like a negative news cycle is partly responsible for this.
Yeah, that's a good point. 这个 Angel 老师说呢，其实在统计数字上看呢，这个美国的犯罪率其实比1970年代来讲呢，其实是下降的。所以美国的社会并没有比1970年代呢更危险、更不安全。所以有人就指出来，真正的问题是现在的媒体上面的问题因为这个24小时的新闻没有东西报，他就要抓很多东西来报，而且他希望有收视率，所以他会找那种这个非常惊悚的或者是很惊人的一些 title 一些事件来报。那大家看到那种事情之后，就会觉得，哎呦，原来这种事情会发生，哎呦，你看又发生这个，又发生这个，又发生这个，大家心里面就觉得很不安全，所以这个对小孩子限制会越来越多。那但是事实上呢，这个世界大部分的人其实并不会碰到电视上所报出来的那比较少见的事情。
But also, I think that people's attitudes about what their job is as parents has kind of changed. I think that people as parents think of their job as protecting their children. But my opinion is different. I think that the parent's job is helping children develop into who they are as people. And protecting them is not necessarily the best way. I mean, you have to protect them, of course, but is it the best way to develop them as who they are as people?
好，那另外一个问题就是，可能很多人觉得父母亲的天职就是要保护他的小孩，这固然是没错，但是过度的保护对小孩的发展绝对不会是好事所以这一点也是可能大家可以去思考的一个问题就是小孩子是不是要过度的保护那应该像我觉得我们小时候这个父母亲对我们来讲没有过度的保护那反而我们可能对很多东西的抵抗力都蛮强的因为你碰到过这些东西或者碰到类似的事情，你慢慢知道怎么样去思考，怎么样去保护自己。
That's true. All right, let's quick get to our article. For something that's not actually a recognized medical condition. So this sentence, straight up, we in the article admit that NDD is not actually a thing. It's not a recognized medical condition. It's just something this dude made up in order to put in the title of his book to catch people's attention. However, it has caught people's attention because it's an interesting concept.
好，所以 for 对于一个并不是真正的something that's not actually 并不是真正的一个 recognized medical condition 这个 recognize 就是被大家认可、被大家承认的identified 的一个 medical condition 就是一个健康的医学，就是疾病简单说就是一个疾病跟这个健康不好的一个状况那这 condition 呢，通常是用来指长期或者是永久的健康问题或者这种疾病所以这个英文里面也常常讲 heart condition 就他这个心脏呢不好所以常常会有问题那 lung condition 也是一样，这个肺脏的问题所以对于一个并不是大家这个公认的一个，并不是被认可、被承认的一个疾病来讲，或者医疗上的这个健康问题来讲呢， 这指的都是什么？指的都是这个主要子句的主词，就是这个 nature deficit disorder 啊，就是这个大自然缺失症哈。deficit 就是指不足的一个数量啊，所以我们常常讲说 a trade deficit 啊，就是贸易逆差啊，或者是 a budget deficit 啊，就是这个预算上面的不足啊。那这些东西呢，这样的一个 disorder 啊，我们前面看过这个字，就是身体某部分没有办法正常发挥功能的一个疾病。所以这个中我们把它翻成大自然缺失症啊。所以大自然缺失症它并没有被公认是个真正的医疗疾病啊，但是呢它 has gotten a lot of attention， 它得到了很多的注意。从它2005年被 coined 被创造出来， coin 就创造一个字或者词，2005年创造出这个词之后受到大家的注意。
Writer Richard Louv, who acknowledges that NDD is mostly a metaphor for a lifestyle lacking in contact with nature, this dude came up with the term in his book Last Child in the Woods, Saving Our Children from Nature Deficit Disorder.
好，所以呢这个 writer 这个后面直接加名字，就表示有一个作家，他的名字是这样，或者叫做这个名字的作家 writer 某某某啊，所以这是 writer Richard Louv 啊，他怎么样呢？他写了一本书叫做《失去山林的孩子：拯救大自然缺失症儿童》。那他是怎么样呢？他写这本书，但他 acknowledges 他同意，他不否认啊，他承认啊，他说呢，这个 NDD 呢 is mostly for the most part 啊，大致上来说呢，它只是一个 metaphor， 它是一个隐喻啊，谈的是一种 lifestyle， 一种生活形式呢是 lacking in 啊，就是缺乏。这个 be lacking in 就是缺乏什么东西，例如你可以说 be lacking in confidence 啊，就是缺乏信心。be lacking in intelligence 啊，这个智力不太够啊 be lacking in。 那在这里呢，他缺的是 contact with nature， 跟自然的接触。那他 came up with， 他想出了这一个 term， 在他刚刚讲的这本书《失去山林的孩子》里面想出了这一个这个大自然缺失症。
Louv explained in his book that children who play outside often are less likely to become ill, stressed, or aggressive compared to those who watch a lot of television and spend most of their free time indoors. This makes a lot of sense. Think about what you do outdoors. You run around, you relax, you kind of space out, and sometimes you
bully insects.
You bully insects, that's true. But the things that you do outdoors are not prescribed or shown to you. It's all self-created. You decide what to do. You go and play a game with the friends. You are creating your reality. However, when you're indoors watching television and all these things or games or any of that, they're drama, they're excitement, but they're like preordained narratives that you are passively intaking and not actively participating in. You could argue that games are more active, but still it's about drama and excitement and stress levels, which are just going to increase your stress levels overall. And, everyone knows that exercise reduces stress. So it makes a lot of sense that that children who play outside are going to be less likely to be ill or stressed or aggressive. Because what is aggressive? Aggressive means that you've got too much drama stored up in your soul and in your body and you need to release it.
好，所以呢，这个地方呢，我们先看这个句子他说这个 Louv 他解释说呢，小孩怎么样 who play outside often 常常跑到外面去玩的小孩呢 are less likely to 就比较不会 become ill 比较不会生病，也比较不会 stressed 就是压力很大那也比较不会 aggressive 比较不会好斗有侵略性。好，那这个地方刚刚 Angel 老师讲，他说人为什么变得 aggressive？ 因为你心里面有很多的情绪积压在那边，所以你才会或者是有什么不平不满才会发泄出来，就会变得 aggressive 那但是常常出去玩的小孩比较不会这样子那跟谁比呢 ？Compared to 跟 those who 就是 those children who 跟那些怎么样 watch a lot of television 看很多电视的小孩比起来然后呢 spend most of their free time indoors 大多数的休息时间都待在室内的小孩所以常常出去玩的小孩跟这些看很多电视大部分时间待在室内的小孩比起来呢，常常出去玩的小孩比较不会生病，比较不会有压力，比较不会 aggressive。好，那刚刚这个 Angel 讲到这个理由，我觉得原因我觉得非常的这个正确就是因为你如果出去玩或者在大自然里面玩的话那你可以 create 你自己的世界，你可以想象，你可以决定我现在要玩什么。你拿到这个在看到树，看到什么小昆虫，看到什么，你会觉得这你自己可以想，我接下来要这样干嘛。所以你的 energy在某些方面来讲就发挥掉了 而且呢，你的心智，不管是你的这个心智或者是你的体力都有出口所以比较不会压力很大。但是你在家里看电视的话呢，电视或者是一些这个可能静态上的东西，或者从电视电脑上看到的东西呢，其实它有一个问题，就是它 create reality for you 所以电视已经帮你，或者你的 imagination 电视已经帮你想 imagine 完了，它 imagine 的结果就在那边，所以你比较头脑比较不会受到刺激，你的各种的 energy 比较没有发泄的地方所以人家讲看电视的时候，看电视看一看就会变笨的因为你脑袋就不动了。
That's true. I forgot about that. That's true. And indeed, studies appear to back up that claim by noting that children who spend a significant amount of time outdoors tend to have better mental and physical health.
好，那的确 studies 各种研究呢 appear to 似乎是 back up 就是 support 支持 that claim 就是我们前面讲的那样的一个说法，常常出去玩的小孩比较健康心理比较健康那这些研究怎么样 by noting that 这研究注意到了小孩常常怎么样花在室外时间是 significant amount of time。 significant 这个字其实是相当多的意思多到值得你注意的意思所以相当多的时间花在户外的小孩呢 tend to 比较容易怎么样有比较好的 mental 跟 physical health， 他的身心会比较健康。
Actually, the people I personally know kind of bear out this hypothesis. The people I know who spend time with their kids outdoors, like they do hiking together, or like one group I know, they go rollerblading every Sunday morning together. Those kids tend to be more well-balanced and focused on their studies. And the kids and the parents who don't go outside with their kids tend to be less balanced and less focused on studies. It's interesting.
所以这个 Angel 老师他自己认识的朋友里面也是一样的，发现同样的情况。常常带小孩出去玩，常常带小孩出去运动的父母亲呢，因为他们小孩反而读书的时候比较能够专心也比较平衡一点，反而是没有常常带小孩出去户外走动的父母亲呢，小孩子常常可能比较不容易专心。
So experts believe that problems such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, better known as ADHD, can be relieved through contact with nature. Whereas the problems like that, they may be made worse by staying inside watching TV, playing video games, or being glued to the smartphone. Especially social media will worsen these things.
Yeah. 好，那这个专家们相信呢 problems 问题，什么样的问题呢？例如这个ADHD 就是注意力不足过动症这样的问题呢 can be relieved 可以舒缓relieved 这就是舒缓，这些问题可以得到舒缓。透过怎么样 contact with nature 跟大自然接触 whereas study 另外一方面呢 they 在这里指的是 problems 这些问题呢 may be worsened 可能会恶化如果说你是 staying inside 待在家里面看电视 watching TV 或者是打这个手游或者这个电动玩具或者是呢这个 being glued to 黏在就是你一直看花很多时间看或者用这个智慧型手机上面那这些都对我们身心健康其实不是很好的。
What's more, research also suggests that getting a nature fix can help boost the immune system, and there's a number of reasons for this. One of the things is actually the color green, and one of the things is the smell that trees give off.
所以这个在户外呢，你可以这个 boost 增强我们的 immune system 这个免疫系统，包括怎么样绿色这个颜色对我们的眼睛很好，而且这个树林里面会有什么芬多精各种的这个它的空气什么对我们人体都是比较好的。所以 what's more 他说研究 research 不可以数所以不加 s 他也 suggests 我们翻成指出，研究也指出呢getting a nature fix 这个 fix 在这里就是 a dose of something 这个本来是指例如说这个毒品
It's usually usually about drugs. I was kind of like, really? You're going to talk about a fix here? Sure.
Yeah, 通常就是这个一份毒品但在这里呢他告诉你说这个 nature 其实你会上瘾的，你如果去这个 nature 常常接触大自然，你会觉得哇这实在很棒，有一点像
It's not a fix if it's good for you.
OK 好，不过要注意如果是英文里面 fix 这个字通常是对你不好的所以在这里他在用这个字呢，作者大概有一点开玩笑的意思啦。
Now, according to Louvre, we're on the second paragraph here. The effects of NDD can be lessened, they can be reduced, or even reversed. You can even go the other way and make the effects, not make the effects better, or make things better overall. By making sure parents encourage their kids to enjoy playing outdoors as much as they can.
好，根据 Louvre 的说法呢，这个 NDD 大自然缺失症呢， 它的效果它的影响 effects 可以被减轻 lessened， 或者是甚至于被 reversed 被逆转所以这不是不可逆的，是可逆的。怎么做呢？你要确定父母亲会 encourage 鼓励encourage somebody to do something， 所以鼓励他们的小孩干嘛呢？去 enjoy， 鼓励他小孩去享受在户外玩的这种感觉as much as they can， 尽量去享受。
However, mothers and fathers shouldn't force their kids to go outside or use it as a type of punishment. And you can totally see this scenario. You've been on video games too much. You must go outside now, blah, blah, blah. You know, so you have to figure out a way that it's like, hey, let's go outside together and have a good time. Yeah. Although, you know, I know kids who are really addicted to video games. They just take their devices outside with them. You're on the mountains hiking and they're like playing the video game and walking.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing when someone is already addicted to their electronic devices.
You have to start early.
Yes.
Really early.
Yes. So we're talking to parents here, but it's mostly students reading our articles.
But they will become parents.
Yes, when you become a parent, remember that if you do it with your kid, they're more likely to be happy to do it.
Yeah. 所以他说呢，这个爸爸妈妈呢不应该强迫他们的小孩到户外去或者是把这个 就是到户外这件事情呢 use it as a type of， 不要把它当成一种 punishment， 不要当成处罚所以你不乖你给我去外面玩，那就糟糕了。Yeah， 所以那我们刚谈到一点很重要，就是对于这种3C 产品的这种依赖呢，其实父母亲从小就要注意他小时候你就不要拿这东西去当做一个 babysitter 觉得他放到他一玩就不会吵我的，很棒那糟糕，那以后他就离不开那个东西了，那对他的这个身心发展这个影响没有人知道，但是大家慢慢看到这个会有一些负面的影响了。
The problem is most adults are just as addicted to their cell phones, so it's really hard to lead by example in this respect.
Yeah.
But that's what our article is recommending that parents do. I'm talking too fast today. Rather, they should lead by example. Parents should show their children how it is to live well, basically. So they should spend time with them in the park. They should go to the beach. They should go camping and doing other activities. Just going out every Sunday morning to do something that you all enjoy that's outdoors is a great idea.
Yeah, lead by example. 这个很好，大家把它学起来，就是以身作则。所以父母亲应该要以身作则然后呢，这个spending time with them 跟小孩子这个在一起相处，在哪里呢？一起到 in the park 到公园到海边 at the beach camping 一起出去露营，然后呢做一些其他的活动。
The author added that children learn many important and practical skills while interacting with nature. And these skills are risk-taking, independence, and decision-making. And these are things that people need to learn to become self-reliant, income-earning, independent adults.
好，那这个作者 Louvre 他补充到，孩子们可以学到很多重要的，而且是实用的 practical 的一些技能当他跟大自然互动的时候，那这些技能包括怎么样 risk taking 你要有那种冒险，你要知道人生不可能一切事情都安排好好的，你总是要冒点险的，在大自然里面 independence 你要独立你一个人能够在这个森林里面玩得很高兴或者怎么样的还有 decision making 要决策，你决定要走哪一条路什么时候你要做什么事情，在森林里要干嘛，什么时候要开始回家要动身的，这都是 decision making.
You know, we always talk about, or parents always talk about, what's a successful person? You know, how do we get our kids to be successful? I think we're setting the bar way too high. Basically, the successful adult is somebody who can earn their own way. They can feed themselves, they can house themselves. If they can live an independent life, they're already a successful adult. That means if you are living independently of your parents, you are already a successful adult. Congratulations.
Yeah. 好，所以什么叫成功的一个成人呢？其实成功的定义大家不必太好高骛远，其实简单的一个人他长大成人之后，他只要能照顾自己他为了保自己能够有地方住，这就是一个成功的人了。
So in turn, all of these things, risk-taking, independence, decision-making, these things all aid in the development of confidence and overall good health. So you'll be confident and healthy if you can take care of yourself and prove that you are an independent adult.
好，所以 in turn 就是这些东西到后来这些都可以怎么样帮助你的发展什么呢？ confidence 发展你的信心，还有你的 overall 整体的 good health 健康。
We have some questions for you here. Number 1 is, which of the following best describes NDD?
好，底下哪一个最能够描述大自然缺失症呢？
And NDD is nature deficit disorder, as you recall. The answer is D. It is a symbolic term used to describe a certain lifestyle. It is not an actual illness.
Yeah, 这个NDD 呢，最好答案是 D 哈，它是用来描述特定生活方式的一种这个 symbolic 一种这个象征性的一种术语。
Number 2, what did Richard Louv suggest about NDD?
那这个作者 Louv 他对大自然缺失症有什么表达呢？
He said that children with NDD are more likely to become sick. He says that we need nature to be healthy.
答案是 C 哈，罹患大自然缺失症的孩子比较可能生病。
Number 3, what is mentioned about scientific research and the effects of NDD?
关于科学研究和大自然缺失症的影响，本文提到哪一点呢？
The answer is A. Research tends to support the concept of NDD.
答案是 A 研究哈，这个常常可以支持大自然缺失症这样的一个概念。
And number 4, what is not recommended as a way to reduce the effects of NDD?
本文并没有推荐底下哪一个作为减少大自然缺失症影响的方式。
The answer is B. Parents need to force their kids to go outdoors. It's not good to force kids to do anything except eat their vegetables and go to sleep at night.
所以答案是 B 哈，这个父母亲必须强迫他们小孩踏出户外啊，这个本文并没有推荐这样的一个方式。
Well, this has been a wild ride, and we're so glad that you joined us for this. Join us again tomorrow for more Ivy League Analytical English. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.